Some more news from the fallout of Bill Belichick getting snubbed with a capital S. Tom Brady, we heard from Tom Brady today. He was on an interview, and he kind of addressed this, and then we'll pivot to Tom Brady because now the focus will go on the other cheater. Go ahead, Rob G.
I don't understand it. I mean, I was with them every day. If he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer, there's really no coach that should ever be a first ballot Hall of Famer, which is completely ridiculous because people deserve it, and he's incredible. There's no coach I'd ever want to play for. I'd rather play for. If I'm picking one coach to go out there to win a Super Bowl, give me one season, I'm taking Bill Belichick. So that's enough said. There's nothing outside of that. Again, when it comes down to votes and popularity and all that, then welcome to the world of voting, and you may as well go, try out for the Oscars or whatever and, get a big panel to tell you if you're good or not.
All right. I'm shocked. I didn't expect anything from him.
They do vote for the Oscars, and there's voters, and everything that you get when you get awards, people vote for you. And this whole notion that all of a sudden there's something wrong with the system because you didn't get the vote that you wanted makes absolutely no sense to me. And the other thing, and Rob G., I don't know, did you hear most of that radio interview or any more of that? I hope they would have stopped him to say, well, he did cheat. He did get busted by the league. He did get fined $500,000. He did lose lottery draft picks. Let's not act like he says he doesn't understand. When I hear people say that, I don't understand what that means. Right? You know what I mean? You could disagree with it, but to act like you don't understand why some people might not have voted for him is what I don't understand. So that leads me to Tom Brady. And I think the same exact thing should happen to Tom Brady. That in 2 years, when his time comes up, that they should also punish Tom Brady because he was suspended by the league for 4 games for cheating. Tom Brady and Bill Belichick are tied at the hip. And to me, the voters who did not vote for Bill Belichick, to give Tom Brady a pass, there would be I would have a problem with that. Because there were enough people who did not vote for Bill Belichick. People think it's just, well, who are the 11? It could have been who are the 25.
That's true. And
we don't know the number. Everybody's thinking it's just 11. It could be way more. All we know is that you need 40 to get, to get the Hall of Fame. So we don't know what the real number is, and some people are now starting to say that they voted and put their names out there, which is fine. And I've always put my vote out with my name, so I'm not one of these people. I'm not afraid to let you know who I voted. But this is the only other thing. Tom Brady, when I think about, his career and I get all the winning and all the other stuff, I can't look at him and not think about the cheating aspect as well. Tom Brady is basically Lance Armstrong without the bicycle. I mean, that's what we should.
See, Rob, you was right there. I was like, you know what? He's being sensible. I don't have to agree, but he's being sensible, Monty. Then you got to take it there.
What?
Lance Armstrong might be the greatest cheater in sports of all time, and now you done link Tom Brady with it just because he likes a little different PSI on his ball. If you don't cut it out, are you done?
I'm done.
Okay. Listen, Bill Belichick, that's a whole different thing because Bill Belichick, number one, he's a coach. Right? And there's a whole separate category for coaches and eligible people and different persons who, are participants of the game. Then there's the players. So, but Bill Belichick, we talked about it when it broke yesterday. The thing you could also argue, the cheating is a part of it. Absolutely, because you can say you're the architect of it. The buck stops with you as the coach. And then you go down the list of guys who also, by the way, did not get in first ballot. Coaches. Vince Lombardi, dang it, the trophy is named after him. They didn't get in his first ballot. And then you got the Paul Brown. You got Bill Walsh, the architect of the 49ers dynasty, as we know. Jimmy Johnson, 2-time Super Bowl champ, the architect of those Cowboys of the 90s, didn't get in. Joe Gibbs, 3-time Super Bowl winner with Washington in the 80s. He didn't get in at first ballot. So maybe they're saying that's just what we do. Plus you cheated. So we think maybe 2 to 3, half of your Super Bowl wins may have been tainted. And we didn't like you as well. So you're not getting in. When it comes to Tom Brady, couple things, Rob. Number one, can't believe you just compared him to Lance Armstrong.
Hit without the bicycle.
Right. A little bit of the deflated balls is nothing like taking steroids for year after year after year after year after year, lying to the camera, swearing on the camera you didn't do it, and you did. Don't even compare them.
I'm going to say this.
What?
if you steal $10 out of your grandmother's purse, or you go to a bank and say, give me the money out of the cash drawer or I'll blow your brains out.
Yes.
Either way, you're still a thief if you steal money. I don't care to what degree.
No, still a thief.
You're still
one is a felony.
Still a thief.
One, I'm going prison time.
You're still a
and one
thief.
might just be granny popping me on the butt for a minute.
You're still a thief.
That's it.
So there's no degree. There's no
absolutely.
degree.
There is
no degree. There is no degree.
It's worship Wednesday, but you ain't God. God, the only person who does it. A sin is a sin is a sin. Dang it, there are degrees
That's all it is.
in humanity. Now, let me get back to what you're saying with Tom Brady. I think what's in favor of Tom Brady is the outrage that Bill Belichick is getting from some people are saying this is absolutely outrageous. How do you believe? Look at the credentials. Look at the stats.
Yeah, but they never mentioned about all of the
and they're bringing
cheating.
it down. That's true. They don't. The people are in favor. And I do think Tom Brady will be further removed, right? 2 years from all of this screaming and yelling, and then maybe in 2027, Bill Belichick gets in, and that benefits Tom Brady. Also, I think Tom Brady, even the persons who writers who were like, I don't know, Bill Belichick, I don't know, they're going to look at Tom Brady and say, you actually were within the lines. You actually were the one playing. You actually took the hits through the passes, through the touchdowns. You were there audibling. You made that happen, so I can't hate on you for that. And
I'm going to tell you why that's way off.
I also think what would be in favor of him is that they'll say, all right, well, dang, I know that you cheated with Deflategate and maybe the Spygate and all that, but dang, you did go to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and win. So you did win elsewhere, and I got to say, I want to, hate on you for that, but you did also win elsewhere. You look at all the stats accumulated, I'm going to put him in. So those things could be in his favor. I'm not saying it's going to happen because I didn't have this happening on Sunday or whatever day before.
Right.
What was yesterday? Tuesday. So I didn't have this happening on Monday. But I'm saying if something could be in Tom's favor, I think it could be those things.
I'm going to say this. Here's the issue. The stealing of the defensive signals of the other team, that benefits Tom Brady knowing what they're playing, okay? Like knowing what defense. And if your coach knows what they're playing, it's going to open up stuff for you. You're going to know, what kind of zone or whatever they're in or what kind of coverage they have. That's a benefit to Tom Brady, whether he knows or not that you got helped in those situations. Number two, Robert Kraft's not in. So this is a Patriot thing. Right?
Yeah.
Robert Kraft.
That could be.
Robert Kraft, 13 years in a row he's tried to get in. 13 years. And they're keeping this guy out who's in his 80s now. Robert Kraft, I hope not, but could die any day. Right. And they would have to live with that he didn't get to see that moment. He was in charge. He owned one of the best franchises as far as winning in the history of the NFL, and he didn't have his moment. And you don't think he wants to go to the Hall of Fame and have his day and all that?
Well, only thing I could argue, this is a great point, but I wonder if it's institutional, right? You were the owner of this team that we feel cheated. You were the coach of this team that cheated, so you're you're
the quarterback who gets all the glory. And there are other Patriots who aren't in either. Rodney Harrison. There's other people.
I'm not even denying that.
Adam Vinatieri, one of the best kickers. How many Super Bowls did he win with a kick?
And if anybody in special teams you would think would be in, it would be Adam Vinatieri. So this could be institutionalized, consequences. Like anybody from that original run of Patriots, you get in the smoke. And that very well could be. That I'm not shocked by that again because that's a lot of people to not vote. If he didn't get in unanimously first ballot and they were like, there was 4 votes or something, then maybe we'd have one little segment about it yesterday and it'd be a thing. Who were these 4 or 5 people that didn't vote? Rob, did you have a vote? That's what we would ask. We would joke and laugh.
Of course.
For him to not get in first ballot, for Robert Kraft to not get in, this does. And I do think part of Brady speaking, because I don't think he normally speaks on issues like this, could be him campaigning early now, 2 years in advance, for him to get in. Because he might see that, man, is this something institutionalized where they're like, we're gonna penalize that whole run of Patriots? And I think maybe he's trying to get out ahead of it a couple years in advance till he's up. All right, Rob, so they're watching us right now, which means another thing they can do is what?
They can subscribe. All you got to do is hit that button, subscribe to The Odd Couple for some of the best sports talk content in the nation.
Facts. And while you're at it, they can like, they can comment, they can share. Do all that for us. We appreciate it. Just do all that right up in here.